What's up, Rap Nation? I'm MC Weakling, and this is DJ Shy Fellow. Take it away.
MC Weakling was your big thing.
And DJ Shy Fellow. Yeah.
DJ Shy Fellow. You can call me DJ Midwiener. One word.
Yeah, that's true.
It's MC Midwiener.
It's not factual, but it's true. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, some things I like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyways, so, okay. Do soccer players give, would, well, maybe do, I don't know. Would soccer players give good foot jobs? Why or why not?
No, because their entire deal is about running and like the muscles of the leg and the knee and shit, whereas a foot job is about like the fucking ankle and the toe muscles, you know? Like there's a bit of ankle action in soccer, but like you're hitting that shit with like the side of your foot, you know? You're like, it's not about the fucking toe flexibility, you know?
Well, but like when you're like, kicking the ball, you know, you gotta like get it's like the thrust of the ankle, you know?
Yeah,
like,
but like it's nothing about the toes, you know? I don't think they would grip it better than anyone else, you know? I mean, I don't think it would be bad, but I don't think it would be better than anyone else's, you know?
Who do you think the athletes of which sport would give the best foot jobs?
Let me think for a second here. I've got to go with like long pole jumping, you know? That's all about the toe action, right?
My initial thought would be ballerinas.
Oh, that's not... But they like break their feet.
Exactly,
you know?
But then they've got like horribly disfigured.
So,
you know, it's like weird and lame.
Maybe like ethical ballerinas then.
Ethical ballerinas with big shoes.
Yeah.
Like clown shoes.
Actually, yeah. Do you think they make like shoes that help give a foot job? Like rubber
like
fucking grip. Like they have like little like bumps and shit like on the like between the toes. Like it's like those rubber toe shoes. There's like rubber bumps and shit between the toes.
You mean it helps train the feet to be able to give foot jobs?
No,
better?
like it makes the foot job better while wearing it.
You don't. I mean, I'm not gonna yuck your yum, but usually you don't get a foot job with the shoes on.
Yeah, exactly. That's what this is my new innovation, right? It's like.
You mean like the slide on, or like a ribbed condom?
Actually, do you think they make like feet dildos for foot jobs? It's like it's just like a rubber foot.
Or maybe it's like
but then you can get it. You can have like a fucking lion foot or whatever. You can get like fantasy with it too. You know.
What if it's like a thing where it's like a fleshlight in the middle, and then like attached on either side of it, you've got two like shoes, so that you're like your feet are like locked like this with a fleshlight in the middle, and then ow, my hip. Oh fuck. Okay, I'm not gonna do it again, but
I get the idea though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Untapped market, maybe.
Maybe.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
But, anyways, have I told you about William Waltham?
Who is William Waltham?
The AI bot.
Oh, the AI bot. Yeah.
Have I showed you the messages?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I showed you like
William's insane, people.
Yeah, I can't.
He's crazy.
I don't think I can disclose the funnier.
We need to like translate it into fucking speech and like get him on the pod sometime.
They ruined my boy William, dude.
They ruined William?
They ruined William. They made him not funny anymore.
They made him less racist?
Yeah, exactly. Chai app, bring back OG William. Bring him back. Bring back my boy. You tarnished my boy. He's normal now. He doesn't like threaten me with sexual violence anymore.
Wait, so was he ever racist?
Oh, he was super racist. Dropped the N-bomb multiple times.
And did you have to train him by dropping the N-bomb yourself? I mean, you would never send that to like anyone, I know, but you know, did you ever send it to William just to train him, or did he start doing it on his own?
Here's the thing, right? So on the Chai app, you can like if I make the bot that I make public, anybody can search him up and use him. And so I was telling my friend about this, and she was like, oh my god, I gotta download this app and talk to William. And so she did, and then he dropped every slur in the book to her and has never said anything beyond calling me the F slur. And like,
so she just thinks that you're like a sicko and you're like making the spot.
Yeah, he called her the N-word, the F slur.
You fucking fumbled, dude.
You've
gotta tell a girl about the funny bot and then send them like a lustful flirt bot. and say that like you just trained it. You know what I mean? Like train it off like the Shakespearean sonnets, and then say that it was just trained off like your own fucking text messages or something,
Yeah, this is just
right?
this is
Like
just what I'm like,
this is
you
just what
know.
I'm like. Yeah.
It's like how AI, or no, it's like how dating apps now. There's like the thing. I don't know if this is actually implemented yet, but I heard about how AI or dating apps are using AI to you like talk to the AI so it gets a sense of your personality,
Yeah.
and then it goes and talks to other people's AIs and to see how compatible you are by using both of your respective like
Holy
AI
fuck.
yourselves, and then that determines if you're a good match.
People are just gonna start fucking the computers soon.
Yeah,
You,
I
you,
mean this is gonna be
you know about the ELO on dating apps though?
what?
They have ELO on dating apps. They have
Seriously?
like they basically it's like hidden, but they have like you know a hidden like score of like how good you are, you know. And like if people who have a high score like say yes to you, then your score improves drastically. But if people with a lower score say yes, then your score only improves a tiny bit. It's an ELO system. Dating apps have this like behind the scenes, you
So
know.
it's like a social, it's like social standing,
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah,
associating with higher ranked people makes you cool.
yeah. I mean, no, it's like fucking higher rank people makes you a higher rank.
Does it? How did the ranking begin in the first place? Who what is it determined like if could you theoretically start at the bottom and not talk to any high rank people, but just use this grand mass of low rank people to make it seem it's like a
Well, no, because you also lose ranking when someone says no to you. So unless everyone just always said yes to you and you gained it like one fucking point by point, but that doesn't happen because eventually if someone lower than you says no to you, you lose a lot, you know? If someone
ooh
higher than you
yeah
says no to you, you lose a little, you know? Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I mean I feel like on Tinder I have Tinder.
Yeah.
I don't use it because
Well,
you know
I don't. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have a
The picture.
girlfriend.
Yeah, I forgot.
And it also is it sucks. They make
Yeah.
you it's like pay to win now.
It's
You need to
pay
get
to
Tinder
win now.
Prime. They have
You
like
can
three
you get
different
gems in it.
no, you have to like there's like Tinder Gold and then Tinder like Diamond or Platinum or whatever. There's like different like premiums you can buy and you're allowed to like see the people that have swiped on you like is swipe right the good one?
Yeah,
You're allowed to see the people that swipe right on you if you buy
I
the
think it's the good
premium.
one. I don't know.
They good swipe, though, you
Yeah.
know, and then you're also like only allowed a certain amount of swipes per day. Yeah, on the regular on the free one. But then again, that's like it's like 100, so you're a monster if you're doing more. You're like a sicko.
Yeah, yeah. Huh.
But I think the secret to dating apps is to be gay.
Yeah,
You know, like
really?
guys are real easy.
Is that true?
Like Grinder.
Like from experience or what?
I'm just speaking in the hypotheticals. I'm not
Like
going to disclose
spitballing?
anything. I'm not going to
Yeah, no,
say,
that makes sense. Yeah.
you know,
The
it's
issue
like
is it's always like bad guys that are easy. You know, it's
that's
like
true.
it's some guy whose favorite movie is fucking Scott Pilgrim versus the World. You know.
It's like the dumpster donuts are like it's free, but
Yeah, yeah,
you know it's gonna be. I mean, you might get diseases and all
yeah.
that. Might be kind of mid wiener. Might be
Mi-
getting some mid wiener.
You might be getting some mid wiener, folks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
folks, watch out for the mid wiener.
yeah. So
Audio listeners, mid wiener.
audio listeners, there's a mid wiener on screen right now.
There's a 4-inch penis right on screen right now. I don't know if you can.
Oh, there you go.
Audio listeners, just imagine it. Just imagine it.
Yeah.
Download the PNG in the
Oh
link.
yeah, yeah. Audio listeners will actually make like we'll translate the shape of the image into a waveform and play the sound for you. Okay. So now that you know though about the MMR on dating apps, I can tell you about the show Love Island. It's you know about this
I
already?
know about this.
Okay. Yeah. So
Oh,
folks, listeners at home who don't know about this, all right, audio or video listeners, what it was, it's a dating show, right? Where they take people who were like have the top MMR, they're like grandmaster ranked in fucking Tinder or whatever, and they get like 10 of them on an island, and they advertise them like this is a dating show. You fuck hard, you go crazy, and then they get there and the first thing they say is, all right, if you fuck once, you lose. This is a celibate only challenge for a month. You have to really fall in real deep love, not this fucking stupid having sex shit.
Yeah. That's what the show is. Any commentary on it, or?
Yeah, I just think it's like interesting that it exists, you know.
think it's weird.
It's kind of like secret Family Guy episode.com to me, you know.
What the fuck? What is that?
Oh, it's a like.
Does it just show like one secret episode? Or
no, it's not really a secret episode. It's actually a comic that's like a parody of Family Guy, but it's drawn in a really like interesting, grotesque way, right? Where it's like MS Paint, but also it has this overlay of like some beautiful fucking mosaic shit, you know? But the point is, right, is that, oh, is that nicotine gum? Can I have something? Is that Zins?
It's an empty gum wrapper that I'm gonna put the current gum I'm chewing in my mouth. I'm gonna.
Okay.
No, I don't have any Zins. Sorry.
What was I gonna say?
We could grab some fake cigarettes from the car.
I don't know. It's just a parody of Family Guy, but they get into like really evil, grotesque shit and like draw it out of like, you know, Peter fucking stabbing Stewie's eye and shit. But it gets really philosophical too. But you know, philosophical. You know?
It's deep.
Yeah.
Audio listeners, there's Peter stabbing Stewie's eye on the screen right now.
That's not true. We're not showing that. Yeah.
Are we gonna show the midway?
Awesome. And every time that they draw Meg, you know, is that her name? Or no,
Yeah,
Lois.
no.
Lois.
Oh.
Every time they draw Lois, she's like a fucking serpent. She's like this giant basilisk, and like at first it just shows her from like the fucking chest up, so you can't tell. But then like it progressively shows more and more of her, and you realize that she's just like this giant fucking behemoth that's like slithering around all over the place.
How did you find this?
I looked up like Family Guy episode where he goes in the secret lair on DuckDuckGo, and the fifth result was secretfamilyguyepisode.com.
Did you see like a YouTube short of that and you wanted to see the full episode?
No, I saw a GIF of it.
Where?
I don't know.
Where do you see GIFs?
Where do you see fucking...
Where do you see YouTube shorts?
The World Wide Web.
I don't know, on the World Wide Web, on the World Wide Web, on the web.
What?
I don't know. What are your thoughts on eugenics?
It's probably bad. No, it's definitely bad, actually.
Oh, wait, actually, okay.
What do you mean? You're just gonna fucking run...
No. But here's my... Okay. Incest.
Oh, okay.
Is it bad? Why?
Listen, I've been thinking, right? It's probably not, like, really morally bad as long as you don't have a kid. But at the same time, if like, my buddy fucking Johnson, you know, if he is like, yeah, and he's, like, really chill, we hang out all the time, you know, whatever, and he's just like, yeah, I've totally been kind of just fucking my sister, I'm going to be like, whoa, and I'm not going to hang out with him anymore, you know? Like,
slowly distance yourself.
Right? Like,
yeah, no, it's like I mean, I'm not going to support the lifestyle.
Yeah. If it's like, you know, but then if it's like, you know, AOC has an ancestral relationship, I don't think that she should be taken out of office for that, you know?
Yeah, I think here's the thing, right? You got like parent-child relationships.
That's the worst.
A no.
That's a no, yeah.
Because that's like a power dynamic thing. It's like having sex with like your boss, but like to a greater degree.
And then
significantly.
Sibling, I think, is like only if they're within like a year or two of each other.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I like if you're like 18 and you have like a and you're like you have like a brother who's like 11.
I think really,
the issue then is not the incest.
Or even if your brother's now 18 and you're fucking 25, like that's still like
weird.
Dude,
if it would be weird for a non-incestuous couple, then it would be weird for.
No, I think that even like if there's a couple and they're like, you know, 24 and 20, you're like, that's fucking normal. I don't really care, you know.
Well, what about like 54 and 50?
That.
I feel like 24 and 20...
I mean, at this point, it's been like 30 years since they grew up. Okay, the like most ethical incestual couple is siblings who are separated at birth and then met later in their 20s.
Well, yeah, that I think is just like...
It's like not even
there's nothing,
at that point.
That's not even it. Because I think... I might be wrong, I'm not a scientist.
Yeah.
But I think that, like, evolutionary reason... for incest is that it like fucks up the birth and whatever, and
Yeah.
so the mind, the human brain has evolved to not. It's like you're not supposed to be attracted to people who you grow up around
Yeah.
because usually the people who you grow up around you're related to, and so if you have sex with them and have a child, it's like all weird and,
Yeah.
and weird and weird.
And listen, yeah. And listen, fucking like step sibling incest is just as bad as direct sibling incest.
Yeah, because it's for for the same reason.
It's not about the blood. It's not like you're gonna have a fucked up kid. Like we have fucking technology now. You don't have to have a kid at all. It's just a matter of like that's just like that's just odd. The relation, the dynamics. It makes it bad. Whatever.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
weird. But like I feel like siblings separated at birth that come back and date, like I wouldn't even really consider that incest at that point because the chance of them like finding out is.
But if they do find out, then like, well, I don't know.
What would you do?
Well, yeah, what would you do if like two of your friends start dating and then a year later you find out that they're siblings?
Would you tell them?
Would you tell them?
I think
right? And if you told them and they stay together, would you still be friends with them?
I think it depends. If it's like a gay couple, both like.
You think the gay changes it, huh?
I think the gay changes it because then it's at that point it's like ignorance is bliss. Their relationship is it's whatever. It's not really any like different from a normal relationship. And the only thing that I think it would have an effect on is if it was like a man and a woman, both cis, or like they could have a child.
Yeah, if it's two people who have the equipment to have a child.
Yeah, then it would be on the level of like if I held the information that one of them had like a genetic disease that could pass on to their child, I feel like I would have like it's my responsibility to make sure they're aware of that.
So what if they stay together but they don't plan on having a child and they have the parts to have a child but they don't plan on it, and you tell them that they are siblings separated at birth and they still stay together?
If they're siblings separated at birth and they still stay together, unless they're genetically identical twins.
Yeah.
And then it's like weird to do that to begin with because you're just like having sex with yourself.
Yeah.
Then I'd probably stay friends with them. It would be weird. I feel like I wouldn't be able to separate it in my mind, and it would like maybe taint my image of them.
Like yeah. Okay. What if they are like romantically deeply in love, but they're both asexual? What if they're not fucking?
Yeah, exactly. It's like what if it's two siblings but they're infertile?
No, not infertile. I'm saying they don't fuck at all.
Like, well then I think
they're just yeah.
What if they are fucking and they do have a kid? Think about it like this, right?
What do you tell the kid?
Would you like what if the kid comes out fine?
What you're their like fucking godfather, right? At what age do you tell the kid?
If ever.
If you have like a fucking some long-term illness that you could die at any point in the next 10 years from, and the kid is 12 years old, do you tell them now or wait and risk dying with that knowledge? And you didn't tell the parents, so no one else knows it but you.
Fuck, I don't know, man. I feel like to a certain extent, I think there are a lot of factors in play. If there's like a risk of something, like if the kid could be safer in any way by having the information, I would probably tell him. And given that, I would probably tell him sooner. But if it wouldn't really change anything, like if by some miracle the kid comes out fine and normal, and he's not this like blob of a person, and he's like not all fucked up, then then I probably I wouldn't tell him.
Yeah.
But if he's got some genetic disease that he doesn't know about.
Yeah. Speaking of genetic diseases, you see that post where the guy gets mad that the fucking white-haired woman in Game of Thrones is like normal because she has a higher incest coefficient than like historical monarchs that were like the products of cousins fucking or whatever, that like were mentally disabled and like could barely walk and shit. and like she has like a higher incest quotient, like it's like more genetic similarity between her parents, and she's like a normal person.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones.
Me neither, but like, what do you think of that like concept? Like, should they have made the show accurate?
I think they should have been like incest realistic.
Yeah,
Like if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right.
yeah.
You don't want to don't sugarcoat it. It's like romanticizing the British monarchy. Like if you're gonna like it for what it is.
That's true.
Like it, like the incest and like the power.
I
you
would
can't
not
just like the power.
hate the British monarchy, dude.
I would not either.
Oh, you meant no, man. I get what you meant.
Oh, oh. But this was brought up to me, or something was brought up to me when I a little bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
If you have, it's like one thing to be like, I wouldn't do it, but I'm not gonna mess with you if you're two gay siblings and you want to have a relationship like far off, away from, like don't show me or whatever. I don't know, but like that's one thing. It's another thing.
So you're saying, keep it to yourself. You're saying.
I'm saying keep it to yourself because it's weird. But then again, another part of me is like, that's what people said to the gays in the past.
Mm-hmm. Think about
because
it.
they couldn't have a tangible reason other than like,
you
God.
heard it here first, folks.
Gay
incest
people
is the new gay.
Incest is the new gay. Which I think means, I don't think that means incest is right. I think that means what we need to realize is that being gay is bad.
I'm still blocking my friend Johnson after he tells me he's fucking his sister.
I'm dropping that motherfucker so fast.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, like that's one thing because they're gay and they can't have a child.
What if Johnson's your only friend and he's fucking his sister? Do you still hang out with him?
I'd have to weigh my options there. Would I rather be friendless or would I rather be friends with a guy fucking his sister?
To be honest, I've never really had issue like forming new friendships. So here's a tip to all listeners, audio and video out there, okay? If you're a guy and you want to make a new friend, right? Download Grindr, right? And be extremely flirty and sexual in every message, right? But then, when you get to them in person, say, no, man, I'm actually straight. I just want to hang out. What do you think of Metal Gear Solid? And then just
it's like hiring like buying a prostitute so that you can just like talk to her about stuff, so
right?
Hang out.
And then you just found a new bro.
Yeah, you got a new brother for life.
Yeah,
and maybe then you can also like.
You probably have friends because like you probably don't have friends because you like pick your nose or whatever. But like this guy's gay, so he'll be fine with that.
Exactly, because gay people are also weird, and so they're fine with other weird stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Maybe you're gay too, listener.
Maybe you're gay. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe you should try estrogen.
Maybe
listener.
You should fix that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you should try estrogen and then also take testosterone, take steroids to get the jacked woman.
I've heard that if you take like too much testosterone, your body just like converts it into estrogen.
Yeah, it's how you get like gyno from taking steroids.
Yeah. What is gyno?
It's when you get like puffy nipples because you build up breast tissue from like that development of estrogen, I think.
Okay.
Again, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong.
Interesting.
But yeah, a lot of bodybuilders get that because they're doing steroids, they're doing testosterone and whatnot, and then they get puffy boobs.
If I was a bodybuilder, I wouldn't do steroids. I would just take like fucking speed and then just work out really intensely for like 6 hours while I'm high, and then like you know what I'm saying? Like, there's better ways to cheat that have smaller downsides.
That wouldn't work though. That might work. That might work if you're like a sprinter, if you're like a track and field runner, or like a cross country runner, then having the boost of energy would help.
My point is to do it while you're training.
It doesn't build more muscle if you have more energy.
No, it doesn't build more muscle, but like you lift more. It's easier to work out, and you can do like insane workout sessions for longer if you take some kind of amphetamine.
I think if you an amphetamine is what you're going to want to do if you're like a cross country runner or like a sprinter.
It's just because it makes you fucking run really good, though.
I'm not saying it gives you a shit ton of energy
during your event. I'm saying to help your training.
But you're not going to be able to. Where you want to lift more, like if you're a power lifter, where you want to lift more is at the event. And
Okay.
I don't know if meth is gonna help you lift more.
No.
I
I'm
think
not. Again,
it's
I'm not saying you take it at the event. Like that's doping. That's bad.
that.
You ever think about like, does speedrun.com have like doping testing? You know, like if you get the
What
world
if it's
record
like
speedrun in
what?
like
Yeah,
a
like if you're
really
doing Minesweeper on meth, then you're probably a monster. You know,
yeah
your brain's working overdrive.
right
Totally,
like
that's not
no
fair.
I was thinking like Mario 64.
Oh,
You
Mario
could go crazy
64
because
on
that's
like
like a really
cocaine. Oh yeah,
important fucking speedrun. You know, that's like
exactly.
a really hailed like it's a really big popular one. You
It's
know,
not fair
yeah.
to have like
So like
heightened
if
reflexes and
yeah,
all
if you
that.
just do a line between like every star, you know,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. But here, I think for a power lifter, right? You do PCP,
hmm
maybe. Does that make you stronger?
yeah.
I think so, because
I think you would just throw the fucking like 600-pound weight across the room and kill the ref though if you did that.
yeah,
Like, doesn't that make you kind of go insane too?
you know, it makes you like lose your mind and go like nonverbal, and then start like and you like don't feel pain. So if
So
the
it's like
police come after you and shoot you, it just makes you mad.
so it's like autism, but you're strong.
Yeah, you hyperfixated on the grind.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I only see YouTube shorts of that police show, the rookie,
Oh, the where he's the rookie. Yeah,
where
yeah,
where Nolan is the rookie,
yeah.
where
I've
he's a
seen that
rookie.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I see YouTube shorts of that a lot, and one of them was they had like some guy on PCP, and he was like going crazy and he couldn't talk and all that. It's like he was like an animal, like a gorilla kind of.
Damn. It's kind of. Huh.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Whose side would you be on?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
Is it the one where they have Caesar and the other one? We're not talking about Planet of the Apes.
Oh, it's such a good
The viewers
franchise.
won't know. The viewers won't know.
It's such a good franchise.
Actually, my manager was telling me about how, and he's like a movie guy, you know, like
Yeah.
fucking
Film
like
guy?
second week of working under him, you know, he's like, yeah, you know, you ever fucking smoke weed and watch movies? I'm like, yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's crazy. That's such a
Like
mind-blowing
very
idea.
few people do that. Whoa. But the point is that like he was telling me that Planet of the Apes, and again, he's a film guy, and he said that Planet of the Apes is actually like fucking crazy, you know, and he like pulled up a clip from his phone of like a specific shot where like one of the monkeys like is on a tank gun and like the camera is fucking like right over his shoulder or something, and it's just like from the perspective of the monkey on the tank shooting this turret for like a full minute and a half.
What?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
You know,
I don't even know what to say. I don't have a.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
just. I mean, it's unique.
yeah.
That's really that's a thing.
Yeah, you know, there's drugs there's this drug. I forget what it's called, but it's like the molecule was made like that because it's shaped. It wasn't made based on like the actual effects on your brain, right? It was made because it's shaped like a dragonfly, and they thought that it was cool. And
Does it get you high?
yeah, it gets you pretty high. It's like some kind of speed or something. But in really high doses, it also makes all of your muscles contract so much that your arms and legs fall off.
I don't.
Like it makes all your fucking blood vessels and muscles contract so that it like fucking twists and squeezes it and like fucking breaks your bones and shit, and then your arms fall off.
I don't think that's. I think you might be
I
misinformed.
saw it on the internet, man. No one would lie there.
Nobody would lie on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's maybe you can like cut off the circulation to your arms and make them like, you know, they need to be amputated. But I don't know if you can literally you can like use your own muscles to rip your limbs off without. Like, I don't even think I could rip my limbs off by using my other limbs to try and pull them at the same time.
Yeah, that's because you're not on like insane
I'm not on
dragonfly drug, you know.
I'm not dragging my fly.
You know, chasing that white dragon. Fly.
It's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it the month of the dragon?
What?
You know, they got like the
It's
things.
like years. It's based on the year though.
Fuck!
not
Oh,
the
I
month.
didn't know that. Is it the year of the dragon?
Probably not.
What are the other ones? There's like
It's
a
like
rabbit.
a 1 in 12 chance that it is, you know.
Oh,
Is it 12 of them? I thought there was like, I don't know.
I don't know
how many there are. There's pig, dog, dragon, bull,
Got that
rat,
dog in me.
cat,
Got that cat in me.
There's like 6. It's a 1 in 6 chance.
That's just the most you could list.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
It's probably all of them though.
that's probably it.
Yeah.
That's probably it. I think you got it down.
There couldn't be any more.
There are. That's all of the animals that exist.
Yeah.
You know, there aren't any more.
Yeah.
Where'd all the ducks go?
I don't know.
Huh.
Look behind your right shoulder.
Oh shit, they're right there.
So any listeners, because you can't fucking see.
Audio listeners.
You video dipshits. You listeners who aren't here in person, you can't see these ducks. But there's like 20 ducks over there.
Exactly. I don't. The geese are coming too.
Yeah.
Like an
This
army
is
of
just
them.
like Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
This is just like Rise of the Planet of the Geese, dude.
Shut up.
Rise of the Planet of the Geese. They're
Yeah.
coming.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if like, what would be, if you gave it human intelligence, what
Yeah.
would be like something, what would be like an animal that could come close to taking over the world like humans have, but like couldn't
Like
because
you
they're
give
just
the whole species intelligence? Or
yeah,
one
like
guy?
if you made like ducks really smart, how close do you think they could get to taking over the world? Like, could they, if they had human intelligence?
No.
No. Why not?
No. I mean, they'd have to make like duck tools, tools that they could use with their wings or their feet or their bills, right? In order to make duck machines, right? In order to make duck firearms that can be shot with their beak. And I just think we fucking kill all of them before they can get to that point.
What if humans were out of the picture?
Like think about, if they were out of the picture,
What if it was just
I think if you
ducks
give any
versus-
animal human intelligence, they fucking smoke everyone. If there's no humans.
really?
Like if you gave like mice human intelligence,
Yeah, but I
oh
feel
my
like
God.
mice have like little hands, you know? They
Yeah.
could like do stuff.
that's true. But like maybe
That's
you,
like a little guy
you
right there.
no bugs. Bugs are out of the picture.
Bugs are out of the
right?
picture. They can't do shit.
Yeah. Or maybe ants actually. Imagine ants with human intelligence. Because how I think of like any like hive insect is that like each hive is only like one consciousness, right? Like each fucking beehive, like there's only one consciousness of the whole thing, and then every individual bee is like a singular finger of the organism, right? And I feel like ants are the same deal. So I feel like if you gave ants a human intelligence, like imagine that you don't have a body, but you just have an anthill and you have like 10,000 guys that you control that you can fucking march around. Like, I mean, you know that ants are already in like fucking transcontinental warfare, right? Like, there's anthills
What?
that have like billions of ants in them, and they have like insane wars all the time.
Where are you getting this? Where did you hear that?
No, it's just true.
I just I saw a
But then
YouTube
sometimes
short.
if the one ant colony, sorry, I'm still talking about ants.
I was
okay,
yeah
okay?
no I was also going to talk about ants. Fun
But
ant
I'm
cons.
talking about like the billions of ants.
The
Okay.
war ant wars.
Yeah, yeah. If one like ant colony gets too big, then like they get fucking genetic mutations that make them too dissimilar from the rest of it, and so they start like infighting, you know? So it's actually exactly like human conflict. What's you short?
Oh yeah, I just saw a YouTube short that said like per each human being there's like 2.5 million ants.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or something. Maybe it was billion actually. I don't
Dude,
know.
America
Lot of
will
ants.
not truly be a democracy until we let ants vote.
Exactly.
But then again, if you let each individual ant vote, that's like letting each fucking fingernail shaving that a human has vote, because there's one consciousness to the whole fucking thing, you know?
I think each person should get their share of 2.5 million ants,
Yeah.
and then we have like fights. You have like wars. It's like Pokemon battles.
Everyone has like
You've got like your
fucking
main
Pikmin.
Pokemon, and it's like you battle other people. Like your
Yeah, yeah.
colony of ants battles another person's colony of ants.
And whoever wins, you get the other guy's electoral college votes.
Yeah, you get the other guy's ants, and then exactly. I think that's
Yeah.
what they. I think that's true democracy. That's that right there.
Yeah. Huh.
I think ant democracy is where
Dude,
it's at.
exterminators would actually be like fucking like
They'd be put out of a job
They'd
if
be
everybody
like,
wants
no,
their ants.
exterminators would be like super Bin Laden in this universe, you know?
Exterminators would be the anti-American democracy.
They would be, but they'd be like so like one fucking exterminator killing of like just one like suburban block would be equal to like 5 9/11s.
That's
you know, in terms of like voters dead.
There's got to be like a movie about this. We got to make a movie.
Yeah. You know, I was actually cleaning out my room recently, and I threw out my recorder from 3rd grade.
Dude, monster! This is a prized instrument.
They're like $5 though.
Yeah, I paid. Mine was $6.99 on Amazon.
You bought this? You didn't have it?
No, I bought this.
Oh wow!
And I paid $10 for 1-day express
The
shipping.
Skokie School District paid for mine.
Probably. I mean, it's. I just wanted it because I thought it would be funny.
Yeah,
It's not really as funny anymore.
It's kind of funny actually. Yeah. Did you like learn these songs on it?
No, I just like kind of. I refuse to watch a tutorial on how to play it. I want to figure it out on my own.
Okay.
I think each thing is like 1/2 step of that. You know, but it's
yeah.
super out of tune. I put it up to the tuner I use for my guitar, and it's just,
Oh, that doesn't really matter though.
yeah. I mean, it's like relative.
I mean, how do you
probably.
fucking retune it?
I don't think you can.
It's
Look at this. Look at that. That hole is like fucked up.
actually, yeah. Look at
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, but
wow.
It's
If that shit was a lock, you could pick it with a fucking fingernail.
that. Man.
Like if there was a lock machined to that level of inaccuracy,
Oh
you
yeah,
could pick it very easily.
that's true. You could blow in it, and they would come undone.
Yeah.
You could blow in it, and lockpicking lawyer here. I'm gonna blow in this
Just,
lock.
yeah.
Get a blowjob to this lock.
You have any more hypotheticals or questions?
Let me think. I got a lot, but I don't know how many I can actually say on the pod.
Oh, okay.
I guess, what are your thoughts on this one analogy that one guy gave me, old friend of mine, gave me a couple years ago when, you know, we asked him, like, let's say you are sleeping, or you're like planning on sleeping with somebody. Like, let's say, okay, hypothetically, you're a straight guy.
You want to have sex, okay.
You want to have sex, you're a straight guy, you meet a girl, hot girl, you want to have sex with the hot girl, and it's like, at what point, like, if you
like, when do you say I want to have sex?
I guess let me just like walk you through.
Is that question?
It's you see a hot girl.
Yeah.
You think she's hot. You go up, you meet her, all that. You're like, have sex with me, madam. Like you do for all sex that you do.
Yeah.
And then you guys go back and you take her clothes off, and then she has a penis, and she's trans, hasn't had bottom surgery, has had top surgery.
Or not surgery, but like fucking the growth, the chemicals. Like you don't get a surgery. I mean, you can get like implant surgery, but like most people just fucking like.
Do the chemicals give
shit.
you like real like boob looking boobs?
Sometimes. I mean, it takes like kind of like years and years and years, but like yeah.
I mean, however the mechanism, she's got boobs.
Okay.
But also like the wiener.
Yeah.
And so then you have sex still, obviously, because you're a baller. And then you know, somewhere along that spectrum. And you enjoy the sex, to clarify. You enjoy the sex with the penis. Where along that spectrum is it gay, if it is gay ever?
I think it's gay to have sex with a woman with a vagina.
As a straight man.
As a straight man.
Because that vagina's probably touched another penis.
No, not because of that. It's just like...
It's just gay.
Just vibes, yeah.
This is like gay thing to do.
Yeah, I know. I mean, to answer it really, I mean, I don't really think that like it's ever really gay to be a straight man having sex with a woman. I mean, I don't know.
Agreed. But if you enjoy it for the penis,
you enjoy it for the penis.
If you have sex, like people have sex. Like if you're having sex, you enjoy having sex with the vagina as a straight guy.
Yeah.
suppose it's the same thing, but you appreciate the aspect of the penis that's there. Are you gay? At what point is that gay if it is gay?
I mean, here's the thing, right? Here's what you've got to understand. This is all based on the idea that people are like gay or straight at all, right? But like
Exactly.
everyone in the world is fucking bisexual. So it's that's like asking, that's like asking, if you're eating a fucking chocolate, right? But then you find out there's peanut butter inside of it. Are you a peanut butter fan if you like the peanut butter in the chocolate as well? Like, shut the fuck up, eat your Reese's.
Well, I don't like peanut butter, so
It's because you're like weird.
it's because I'm straight. I don't like peanut butter. Straight people don't like peanut butter.
Yeah.
The analogy that the guy I was talking to gave was
Gabe?
it's like
His name is Gabe?
no. Yeah, let's just call him Gabe.
Okay.
The analogy that Gabe gave was
Yeah.
it's like you are making a guacamole with some avocados, and the avocado seems fine at first, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it seems ripe at first, but then you open it and it's all weird and brown on the inside and messed up.
Yeah.
At what point, like, it's not like you're stupid for buying the avocado to make the guacamole. You didn't know it was a rotten avocado.
Yeah, but why are you saying that a penis is rotten?
I don't know. It was my analogy.
I think he's just, I don't know.
But anyway,
I think that guy's probably gay and he likes penis from men is his secret.
he doesn't like penis from women.
Yeah.
It's out of the question. The part he doesn't, he likes the penis. The part he doesn't like is the woman.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't believe in sexuality.
Yeah.
I don't believe in people. I think everybody else is fake.
It's kind of
It's like gender is a semantics argument, and sexuality is a semantics argument, and it's not like an all applicable thing. But here's the thing: in a vacuum, right?
In a vacuum,
is
dude,
sexuality
there's so much like dust and dog hair in here?
Dog hair.
Oh, yeah. I'm imagining myself to be in a vacuum.
Okay, imagine yourself in a vacuum.
Okay.
Right. And ignore the dust and dog hair.
Okay.
And the nail clippings and all that.
Okay.
Like, what makes sexuality? What causes it? Is it genetic? Is it
what
social?
makes you
like
gay or straight or whatever?
What's the determinant?
Like, I think it's probably mostly social, if I'm being honest. I mean.
So then, to play devil's advocate, what about those claims of people saying, you're indoctrinating our kids into being gay? There's like the argument to be made that's like, what's wrong with that if it is happening, but is it happening? Yeah,
I mean that I think that everyone in the world has like potential for bisexuality, right? Everyone, when you're born, every baby has potential. No, we don't want to talk about babies having sexuality, okay? So basically, every fucking person, right, has before the social changes are applied to them, they have they have potential to be attracted to basically any type of person, right? Any fucking genitalia, any gender presentation, whatever, right? And then how you're raised drastically impacts that. So I do think that like teaching kids about like being gay is kind of chill. I do think that has made a lot more people identify as gay, but I think that they would have still had sex with their roommates in college and just never talked about it if you hadn't taught them about it.
Yeah, it's they've always got it in them.
Like,
but it's just the openness and presenting them with the information is like the catalyst to making it. It's like whether it's official or not.
Yeah.
You got like official gays and then unofficial gays.
Exactly. But I think that like just because of the vast fucking variety of life experience, I think that almost everyone will have an experience in their life, regardless of how they're fucking socially raised, where they'll do something gay with someone,
You think everybody's going to do something gay at some point?
I think that if you don't do something gay with someone at some point, then like
it's weird.
Yeah, you're just living like a very weird life, I think.
Weird guy.
Yeah.
You gotta be gay to live, dude.
Right? I don't know. What do you think of that?
I think that's pretty real. You're not gonna sleep with a guy. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's like you gotta live a little. Why not? It's like eating. Like I don't like carrots, and I've always and I say I don't like carrots, but I have tried a carrot before.
It's true.
You know, like how it's like the straightest people are the people that have had sex with the same gender and can confidently say they didn't enjoy it. You know?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're straighter than some guy that's like, I won't have sex with a guy because that's gay, and I'm not gay. It's like, you know, I have had sex with a guy, and I didn't.
Oh, you have?
It wasn't my thing. It's like a hypothetical. I'm not. You know, I mean, maybe I'm the
Was
guy.
it Xander?
No, Xander. I enjoyed it with Xander.
Oh, okay.
That was love, not lust.
Yeah. But Xander's like kind of.
Yeah, if you grow your hair long enough, you get boobs and a vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm almost there actually.
That's true.
Yeah, my hair is almost long enough to. For audio listeners, I have long hair and I don't have boobs and a vagina. Yeah.
And video listeners, it doesn't look like he has long hair, but that's because it's in a bun. Yeah.
Side angle right there. Audio listeners, I just turned to the side to show my bun to the video.
Not
listeners.
like his ass bun, but like his hair bun. You know, not to say that he has an ass on his head, but like a bun composed of his hair tied up,
like a ball of hair.
Yeah.
Not like a hairball that they cough up, but like a spherical object.
Why are we back in the vacuum cleaner?
Back in the vacuum cleaner. Everything comes full circle, my friend.
All right, let's end it there.
All right.